Hello guys, welcome to Thermomix Adventures. Lisa here. I hope you're having a great day. I thought I'd jump on today and show you how easy it is to make something fancy like halloumi in your Thermomix. Now I was really fortunate last night that when I was at the supermarket, they had marked down milk expiring today. 98 cents, no 97 cents, and I was like, bugging, load me up. So I took, this is like 8:30 at night, they close at 9. I took the last 7 off the shelf and thought, you know what, tomorrow's gonna bring cheese making. Now if you don't know, I have a cheese course, okay? You can go over to tmxingadventures.com.au and check out the cheese course. It'll teach you how to make a whole lot of different sorts of cheeses, but more than just teach you how to make the cheese, it gives you the understanding of how cheeses work and why they work the way they do, because we're working with a living product, right? We're working with milk, and milk can be a varying amount of things, from like fresh milk to older milk about to expire, from lots of cream to lesser cream, and all that stuff's out of our control. So it doesn't always mean that just, you know, if you just Google the recipe and followed it, you'd actually get success, okay, because it's a living product. So the cheese course that I put together teaches you the process, but the troubleshooting as well along the way. So I have been churning out milk on and off today for most of the day and using 2 thermies, okay? If you don't have 2 thermies, you can do it with 1, that's not a problem. But because I was doing so many batches, I'm going in and out. Do say hi if you're watching on today as well. I'd love to know you are watching. So pretty much I've made a fair chunk. Actually, where is it? It's up here. I have made so far 3. So 6 litres, no, 4, 8 litres. 8 litres worth of milk, and I should have made about this so far will be just over 1.5 kilos of cheese. Halloumi. For so far, that's like $4, less than $4. That's pretty cool, hey? So if you ever get the chance to grab this stuff, do, okay? Because it's just, there is a tricky ingredient in halloumi called rennet. Once you buy it though, you've got it. I've had my rennet for probably 7 or 8 years. It comes in little tablet forms. Get the vegetarian rennet, okay? Rennet is an enzyme, and I'm not going to go into too much detail in what it does because that's what you learn in the cheese course, but it's what will make halloumi and feta, okay? So rennet, you jump online, you order it. Mine's a Mad Millie brand. Jump online, grab it, and then once you've got it, you've got it. Like, this is going to make you 10 batches, 20 litres worth of milk turned into halloumi. Now this milk today is making me about 600 grams of halloumi per 2 litres. It was actually like 650 grams, which is pretty cool odds. But as I said, living product, there's no guarantee. I have made it with beautiful, fresh, off the farm milk and got like 250 grams, like a standard little block that you would buy for what, $4 or $5 or $6, you know, those little squares. Yep. So I have actually, hello Carissa, I've actually, used some milks that are just didn't yield as much than others. So what I do know is trim milk will not yield you much because they've taken the fat out, and the fat is what we're going to use to make halloumi. All right, so in a summary, what happens with this milk is it goes into a Thermomix and it warms up to 37 degrees. What that does is it allows the rennet, which is an enzyme product, to actually, and an enzyme is like an acid, it's what we got in our stomachs and things like that, and it breaks down the milk fibers, okay? It breaks down the protein and the whey. You get curds and whey, right? Like when you make ricotta. And ricotta's in the course as well. It's actually the very first one. I lead with quite a simple recipe in the course, and I build you up to be more confident in the more complex recipes. So you then, after it's got up to room temperature, you actually put this rennet in. And the rennet, then you sit there and stabilize it. And this Thermomix has actually just finished that process of, did it? What are we up to on this one? Hang on. I have to think. Yeah, it did. It just is finished. It's on fermenting mode. So I used fermenting mode on the TM6 to actually hold this at 37, 40 degrees for half an hour to an hour, usually an hour. what that does is it allows it to congeal. It comes together, okay? Then from there we slice it, we let it rest, we let the whey fall out of it. We then cook it a little bit more, really low heat, 37 degrees. It's just staying warm enough for the enzymes to do their job. A bit like yogurt and things like that. You know, if your yogurt it's got cultures in it, okay, not enzymes, but cultures, and if it's over 40 degrees, those cultures die. If it's cold, those cultures can't do their thing. Same with bread, right? My yeast in my bread. If it's too hot, they die. If it's too cold, they can't work. You don't get fluffy bread, right? So similarly, it sits in here and it kind of stirs really slowly at that 37 degrees after. And then at that point in time, it's exciting because now we've got definite curds and whey. At the curds and whey point, we strain it. Now over here in this Thermomix, actually not Thermomix, sorry, over here, I'm doing some straining. Let me see. I'm just looking at the mess behind going, oh my goodness, no, it's not too bad. Okay, past this Thermomix. There's lots happening on my little bench over there. Can you see that very last one here? So this here is actually, this taken out, strained, and it's in a simmering basket with a lid on, and underneath is a thermo server. And in here I've actually got, I'm going to show you, I know you can't see from there. Actually, you know what I'll do? Just give me a sec, let me lift it to you. So this one's actually currently being pressed. Okay, so you might see a Vegemite jar sticking out the top. You might see a little thermo server sticking out the top, just. You've then got inside of that, got nowhere to put it down. Too many thermies on the bench, guys. Let me just put it down for a second. I'll bring this part over without dripping too far. Drip over this way. So in here, as I said, you've got just, this is a weight. I'm using Vegemite as a weight, okay? It's got no other significance beside that. I've got a thermo server because it fits nicely in there, okay? I've also got a lid of an old Tupperware container that fits in there as well, sometimes I use. Then I've got my nut milk bag. And inside that is where you'll find, and this one's not pressed completely yet, okay? I can't cut it yet, it's not right yet. But inside that, will that camera show you? Inside that you've actually got your curds, pressed down firmly and draining. You can see there, now it's stopped dripping, you can actually see it's dripping, okay? So that's what it's doing, it's pressing out all the curds and whey so that you've just got curds that in a moment, probably in about 10 minutes time, 15, depends when I get to it, you slice it. And when you slice it, it then goes in a simmering basket, and they look like squeaky cheese at this point, okay? So it looks like squeaky cheese. I need to clean that camera, look how fuzzy it is. You slice it, turn it into squeaky cheese, but it's not quite done yet. It's really delicate and soft at that point. So what you do is the simmering basket goes in, back in with your curds, and you cook it, and that makes it squeaky. Cool it, put it aside, you make a brine and you soak it. So it's actually quite a cool process. And as I said, you don't need 2 Thermomixes to do this. I just have 2 because, well, I have extra Thermomixes, but also because I'm churning out so many, okay? I could sit here and do this in twice as long, or I can utilize these Thermomixes. So this one here actually purely has brine in it. Well, actually it's not brine at this point, it's just whey that's 90 degrees that I can cook off my curds in and make them squeaky. Okay, so sometimes the perks of having 2 is that you can speed up processes, and that's what I'm doing today, I'm speeding up processes. Talking about 2 Thermomixes, the next best thing to 2 Thermomix is 2 bowls. Now, Thermomix last week extended the offer for the trade up of your TM5 until the 14th, which is only 6 days away. Okay, so if you've got a TM5 and you'd like to use things like fermenting mode to do things like this or make your own yogurt, it's amazing, okay? It's everything your TM5 is, plus so much more. I've been there. I had a TM31, a TM5, and a TM6, okay? You will love. If you are hesitating about getting a 6, you don't need to. Give me a call. Let's talk about it, okay? But trade up till the 14th. So if you want to do a trade up and get TM6 on the bench, reach out. I'd love to help you. Those of you brand new to Thermomix, you're watching on, hi if that's you, and you're going, what's this Thermomix jazz about? Probably cheese making is not the place where you should have landed to try and check out the Thermomix. Probably some quick dinners or like easy snacks or things like that. So this is a little bit like of an intermediate kind of thing to do, but that's okay. Hi, anyway. We've got an offer for you on at the moment, and it runs until the end of November, and that's a second bowl offer. So when you buy your Thermomix, you get a second bowl for $29. So that would also speed up your process. You could literally, if you were trying to do multitudes of batches like I am today, you could literally have one that's got the whey cooking, and you can have the other one churning out the solid product, okay? So that is super handy. If you know, but some of you have a Thermomix, maybe it's time to put a friend on the bench. You know, the second Thermomix. Okay, not the friend. I don't think the friend work is actually existing anymore. Some of you have been around long enough to know about that. But have a second Thermi on the bench, okay? Also, at the moment, you've got the black and the white. Now, the black, there is less than 800 available. I think last I heard 730. So if you want the sparkling black, you can barely see it. I know there's a simmering basket in the way. It is very sparkly. It is very pretty. I do really like it, okay? So if you've been thinking about it and you're like, oh, will I or won't I? Now's the time. They're going to sell out. They're going to be gone soon, okay? And then that's it. So that's what's on offer at the moment. You might have also seen a post from me today. They've just announced Monday night. It's now Wednesday. Yesterday was a little crazy busy. But Thermomix have announced a host reward cutter. So they've got limited stock available of the cutter. Not enough to sell by any means. There's a global shortage due to a part that they are unable to manufacture. I don't know for what reason, or speed or whatever, I'm not sure. So there's a shortage, but they've got enough to honour host rewards. It is with a guest who's purchasing at your cooking experience. So if you'd like to organise a time to jump online and do a demo, you don't need to do anything. Like, you can jump online with your two friends, or even just the friend who's keen to, you know, potentially buy a Thermomix. I can demo for you guys. You guys can be in different spaces, states. Long as you're in Australia, happy days. And you'll get the cutter for free, and your friend gets a Thermomix with a second bowl for $29. So that's amazing. Like, this is the creme of the crop this time of year. And not to mention, it's totally going to change what you can do at Christmas. You know, not just will it allow you to make amazing food easily. This one's going to shut down. No shutting down. This one is too. Not only will it allow you to make, you know, amazing food easily, it'll allow you to do things like this. You know, you'll grab that cheap cream and make butter or ice cream. You'll buy the cheap milk and go, you know what, I can make ricotta or feta or halloumi or so many things, or yogurt. You know, that's another thing I'm going to put on my to-dos tonight, is actually yogurt, which you'll also find in my course. So if there's anything I can do to help you with any of those offers, let me know. It is a great time to get a Thermomix on the bench for Christmas, because it will totally change your Christmas time, your ease, even the things you give people. You know, there's so many options of making amazing homemade stuff so simply. And I am no amazing cook. Don't get me wrong, okay? My mother-in-law and my mother will testify, and my husband, he'll play nicely. But the Thermomix allows anyone to be able to cook. That's the beauty of it. I'm that person who used to cook rice dry and boil eggs dry. You know, like, I'd burn so many pans, we'd have to throw them out. But with a Thermomix, there's none of that. So if you are watching on and you're like, what's this all about? That's what it's about. So I'm here to inspire you to get the most out of your Thermomix. Don't be a stranger. I'd love to help you get a Thermomix on the bench. If you do want to explore payment options and stuff like that, by the way, it's all over there on my website, so you can just go over there. I know sometimes people like to have a sneaky look, and that's okay. Go do that, okay? I like to do my investigation as well before I make decisions on things. So by all means, but if I can help you get one on the bench, I'd be honoured. Please do share with your friends and family about this amazing offer, because once it's gone, and it's a great time to get a Thermomix on the bench. But otherwise, guys, take care. I hope you're making cheeses. Comment below if you are. If you want to do the cheese course, jump over to my website, check it out, learn more about how to get the most out of your Thermomix. But take care. I hope to see you back in another video tomorrow. But if I can do anything, you know where to find me. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.